Coach, thank you. We are over 4,000 miles away from where you're seated in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England, and Wembley Stadium. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one between the Cincinnati Bengals and our home team. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Partner, is that what you call a quick hitter? That was actually a bolt of lightning, wasn't it? Right out of the gate.
And, of course, on the heels of him winning AFC Offensive Player of the Week 1 week ago.
Mike. Lead.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
He's 368.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9.
Move. Matchbox lights.
58, Mike. I'm going to come back to you.
Aye.
58, the Mike.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition in practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10 at the 20. To throw is Goff. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski set to begin their next drive. The Rams offense at the line. Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
2nd and 5 now. Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Watch the safety creep.
Hey.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
I got you.
Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Rams' 46-yard line.
Wait!
59. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Dalton bootlegs out. He'll buy some time right. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Dalton here from the gun. And that will be incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. Set to begin their next drive. The Rams offense at the line. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. It was Nick Vigil there on the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Goff. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Zerline, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Watch the run. Watch the run. It's out, baby. That's big shot.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Lead. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Dalton on the draw to Mixon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Mike.
Hands up. Leave.
I got you.
Mixon with a first down carry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And now to the air, Dalton. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers. So 2nd and long, you got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. A draw play, Bernard. A nice job of just sticking the helmet down 9 yards on the play, but still 3rd and 12 now.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Dalton now to pass. He's got Green. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Bullock will put this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go! 17-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here.
From the gun, here's Gone. That'll be caught by Cup. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A Ram first down as Goff finds Cup.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Goff. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Goff now looks to throw. That's complete to Cooks. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Cooks now in his 2nd season with the Rams. He's had 4 straight years over 1,000 yards. He had 2 with the Saints, 1 with New England, and then he went over 1,000 again last year with the Rams. 80 catches, 1,204 yards. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Gone. He gets it to Cooks. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Goff now to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
A play fake to Gurley. Now Gone. He's going to launch, and for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A first down run there for Gurley, but nothing opening up as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Geno Atkins, the Pro Bowler, in there on the stop.
At the 22-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Darqueze Dennard there to make the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, but now it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Gone. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Snap came and won. Now here's Dalton. And that's complete. It's Green here. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Nixon will try the right side. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. John Johnson, one of the leading tacklers from the safety position in the NFL, there to make the stop.
3rd and 2.
Hands up. Lady.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
That's right, baby.
Off the bootleg. Dalton. Got his man. It's Eifert. A good pickup there at 20 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
On 1st down, Nixon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Michael Brockers in on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Pass.
Now it's the backup Finley. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one. and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on fourth. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Gurley again here on first down. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Jared Goff, 4 times last year he led the Rams on a 4th quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? On 2nd and 9, Goff, he's going to dump it off to Gurley.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Right 20.
Right here, right here.
From the gun on third down, Goff eluding the pressure right, and that is incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. The Rams going for it on 4th. Gone. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Shell. Pilot, 64, weak.
Throwing again is Goff. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Touchdown, LA! Robert Woods, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with an extra point.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Well, so much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead. What a big-time return to seize the momentum back.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Practice. Chopper!
Now Joe Mixon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Corey Littleton, Pro Bowler for the first time a season ago, in to make the tackle.
Lady. Come on, boy. You got me right. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Now they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. Defensively, mission accomplished. And now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble. But theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit and try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Cut. Motion.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game.
Bravo. Mike, check. 59. Push him back.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll try to pass on fourth down. Dalton. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Again they run with Gurley. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Cut. 120.
Check, block 54, block 54. Okay, just like that. That's the one.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on third and inches.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Cut. 120.
I know he ain't got it.
Gone. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
2 for 1. 2 for 1.
Kill, turn it.
Now it's gone. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Nick Vigil gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's second and 15.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
On the toss, it's Gurley. Space to run past the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 30 big ones. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. They come out here in the eye. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. On first and goal, Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley with 9 seconds remaining. And the Rams have taken the lead. Now Zerline on and the extra point. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
Heavy.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the